Okay, students, this is a help video for page 442, numbers 8 through 13, 18 through 20, and 23 through 28. And pages 442, this is lesson 8.5. So if that's not the assignment you're on the wrong video, okay? But if you're on the right video and you need some help, or you're checking your answers, whatever it might be, you can fast forward, rewind, whatever you need to do to get to the problem that you have questions on. Okay, here we go, 8 through 13. On 8 through 13, the directions are asking you to find the area of the parallelogram. Well, I think this video will be pretty quick tonight, not too hard. Area of a parallelogram is base times height. So that would be 7 as your base times 5, which is your height. So the area of the parallelogram is 35 square units. Pretty simple. Moving on to number 9. We have a parallelogram. We're going to find the area of the parallelogram. The formula for the area of a parallelogram is base times height. Your base is 11 and your height is 6, and so your area would be 66. I am not going to keep saying square units over and over. We understand that area is square units every time. Okay. Number 10, we're going to find the area of this parallelogram. Well, in order to find the area of a parallelogram, it's base times height. The base of this parallelogram is 10, and the height of this parallelogram is 12. Now they could have written that 12 right here on the inside if they wanted to, and put a little right angle and put a 12 here. That would have been fine. They chose to put the height on the outside of the parallelogram, 12, and your height is 12. So your area is 120 square units. Okay, number 11. We're going to find the area of this parallelogram. In order to find the area of a parallelogram, it's base times height. Base times height. Your base is 3 times your height is 2.8, and 3 times 2.8 would be 8.4 square units. All right, moving on to number 12, we're going to find the area of this parallelogram. In order to find the area of a parallelogram, it's base times height. Base times height. Well, our base is 19 and our height is 13. If you take 19 times 13, you will come up with 247 square units. 247 square units. Number 13, we're going to find the area of this parallelogram, and the formula we're going to use is base times height. Okay? Well, the base is 22. The height is 12, so we end up with 22 times 12, which should give you 264 square units. 264 square units. Okay, on your homework assignment next, you're supposed to jump ahead to number 18. Now here, they give you the area. I didn't cut and paste that like I should have, so here it is for number 18. The area is 88. So they're giving you the area of the parallelogram. They're giving you the height. They want you to find the base. So actually, you should be able to see pretty simply it's just going to be 11, because 11 times 8 would give you 88. But if you want to see it worked out, that's fine. Area equals base times height. Where the A is, I'm going to substitute 88. Where the base is, I'm just going to leave that B. And where the height is, I'm going to put an 8. Well, B8 is the same thing as 8B. We're going to divide both sides by 8, and B equals 11. Excuse me. All right, number 19. On number 19, I did not cut and paste this, but they give you an area of 30. An area of 30. Now, some of you can do this in your head. To me, it's obvious the height would equal 6, because 5 times 6 gives you an area of 30. But if you're watching this video, that probably means you need some help. So let's work this out. Excuse me, step by step. So area equals base times height. Where the area is, I'm going to substitute 30. Where the base is, I'm going to substitute 5, and we're just going to leave h alone. Now divide both sides by 5, and 6 equals h. All right, moving on to number 20. We're going to find the base, and they've given us the area, or excuse me, the height right here, and the area for number 20 is 39. So the area equals 39. So let's see what we can come up with here. Area equals base times height. Your area is 39. Your base will stay a b, and your height is 6. We're going to divide both sides by 6. Well, if I divide by 6, I should get 6.5. I believe. I did that in my head. Let's see, 36. Yes, you should get 6.5, or you might have got 6.5. Either way, that is the correct answer. So 39 divided by 6 is 6.5, or 6.5. Okay, moving on to the last 6 problems. The last 6 problems, we're finding the area of rhombi. The area of rhombi, okay? Now, we need to know the diagonals for all of these, because in order to find the area of rhombi, it's 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a diagonal right here, and obviously that diagonal is going to be 13. I'm going to draw a diagonal right here, and that diagonal is going to be 16. And actually I better slide that over, and we'll put it right here. Okay, so this whole line is 13, this whole line is 16. So how do I find the area of this rhombus? Well, 1/2. One diagonal is 13, the other diagonal is 16. 1/2 times 13 times 16 would be 104 square units. 104 square units. All right, number 24. Again, we need to know the lengths of the diagonal, so I'm going to draw a diagonal here, and we know that's going to have a length of 7. I'm going to draw a diagonal here, and we know that's going to have a length of 12 all the way up and down. So how do I find the area of rhombuses or rhombi? It's 1/2 times d times d. So 1/2 times 7 times 12. And if you multiply all those together, you should get 42 square units. 42 square units. All right, number 25. Now, if the length from here to here is 5 and here to here is 5, then we know the whole diagonal is going to be 10. And if the length from here to here is 4 and here to here is 4, the whole length is going to be 8. So how do you find the area of a rhombus? Well, it's 1/2 d times d, so 1/2 times 8 times 10, because one whole diagonal is 8 and the other whole diagonal is 10, and you should get out for 25 40 square units. Okay, moving on to number 26. We're going to find the area of this rhombus. It's 1/2 d times d. Well, one diagonal is going to be 10 because we have a 5 and a 5. The other diagonal is going to be 14 because we have a 7 and a 7. And your final answer should be 70. Should be 70 square units. Okay. All right, moving on to number 27. There's really no trick to these. They're all done the same. How do you find the area of a rhombus? Well, 1/2 d times d. Well, one diagonal is going to be 18, 9 plus 9. The other diagonal is going to be 26, 13 plus 13. If you take 1/2 times 18 times 26, you should get 234. 234. Okay, moving on. Okay, now, did I just mess the whole video up, or what did I just do? Alright, let's take a look now at number 28, and we are finished, okay? How do you find the area of this rhombus? Well, it'll be 1/2 d times d. So 1/2 times 8.1 times 12.3. Alright, and if you type that in correctly, you should get 49.815. 49.815. I hope this has been a help to you, and hopefully this has answered the questions on your homework.